voice of Onewheel hanging out with you on a Wednesday afternoon. TTR Studios here, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you consume this show. Thanks for watching. We got a big one for you today. It is the season finale. Who even knew we were doing seasons? I see you commenting here in the social media lounge. Yeah, you're damn right we do seasons. Things are changing. So this will be the end of an era. I will explain here in a bit. We've got Edgar Camelis. He'll join us here in just a few, right around 12:15 Eastern. So thank you for you guys out on the West Coast if you're joining us early and you're just getting up. We appreciate you guys. We're delighted that you're here with us. And I am just, on the East Coast, you guys, my fam. Hope you're having a good time. I got new tunes from Belly, you guys. Just want to start out. Of course, Belly gives me a song for technical difficulties. So just in case that happens later, we're now prepared. You can pretty much just expect this. But no, we're not going to need that today, Belly. He's actually got some pretty good ones that we'll be using here throughout. It's a jam-packed day. We got a lot of energy. We're really excited to talk to Edgar. Edgar's really cool, man. He's got a lot of new ideas, and we're going to talk about trail riding. It's really been in the news lately with the new Onewheel group on Facebook, Onewheel Trail Riders. It's been really cool to see everybody posting on there. And, just because I wanted to let you guys know early, this is the season finale, so tip it up. I got some Kiki ready to go. We are bringing it in with some 1800 today. I hope you can join if you're in the middle of a work day. 1 or 2, no big deal. If you don't drink, what's wrong? No, I'm just kidding. Do your thing. It's totally cool. To each his or her own. Now, Edgar is calling me right now, but Edgar, hold on 1 second. We're going to get you on at about 12:15, so 10 minutes, my man. But he is there. We're connected. We're ready to go. I just wanted to kind of give everybody an idea of what's going on and say hello and welcome to the social media lounge, because this is the last time that this show will feel this way. So soak it up, enjoy it while it lasts. Some of you are out there going, thank God. Some of you are out there going, no, don't you dare take this away from me. I enjoy this every Wednesday. This is my break from reality. Listen, sometimes change brings good things. And some things have happened here at TTR Studios that have caused... I have to move. I'm moving. And so we'll get into that. And so say goodbye. I don't want it to be a sad thing, but I will tell you why. It's not a bad thing. It's just things are going to be different. And I'm actually excited at why. But you know what? This is actually making me think that maybe we should just start things off with Edgar, because I don't want to go down that road yet. I'll tell you all what's going on. We will be doing a show every week, but not only the studio will change, things are going to change around here. Okay? I've had it. It's not that I'm mad. So I'm calling Edgar right now. Hopefully we can get him on here. I was just going to see if I can get him on early. We might as well. I'm a little bit broken of sorts here because I didn't plan on moving. Looks like I can't get him right now, so that's fine. I'll just tell you now. Yeah, I'm a wedding DJ. So when, I don't want to make this a boo-hoo, but it's like without wedding season, things change. So I want to go into that, but of course, Clyde now wants to throw another curveball at me, and actually Edgar is here. He's ready to go, so let's get him on there, and we'll go through the details of how this show is going to change. If you like this show, do not go anywhere. I'll tell you exactly what's happening right after we talk to Edgar, because this guy is awesome. He's ready to go. Edgar, what's up, man?
I want to go into that, but of course,
whoa,
now wants to throw another.
He's on a big delay. Edgar, can you hear me, dude?
Yo,
yes.
Awesome. What's up, man? How we doing? Turn the volume down on the video, but yeah, you're good. What's up, man?
Yeah, I turned off the video.
Perfect. So tell me where you are, Edgar, and how do you say your last name? Okay. He hung up. So that's good. That's good. One thing I will say is that these little snafus with me doing this on my own will no longer be a thing. So that's exciting. I'm sure he's going to call me right back. I don't know what to do. And let's go back to Belly DJing. He's got some more tunes for us. And I'll do that while we get Edgar back on the line. I don't mean to waste your time. I know it's a big deal to ask somebody to tune in, especially when we do an hour-long show. I don't mean to waste your time. Edgar's really excited. When I said, would you like to join us as a guest on The Voice of Onewheel, he said I'd be honored. And I know he's really pumped to be on this show, so I want to give him a chance. There he is. Belly can be a DJ. I keep telling him that. There we go. Edgar, what's up, my man? How are you? Are you back?
I am back. Sorry, we turning off the video. I turned you off too.
That's okay. How do you say your last name? I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Camellas. Comellas, if you can say the double L, but Camellas.
Comellas. I love it. All right. So tell me where you are, sir, so we can get a feel of where you're riding.
We are in Orlando, Florida, right smack dab in the middle of downtown Orlando.
Why does everybody make fun of Florida people? I'm tired of it. Edgar, why do people make fun of people in Florida?
Bro, it's just a combination of the water, the hurricanes, the heat, the theme parks, you know? That's why we need Onewheels down here.
I think everybody's just, we're all jealous because you got it real good. And I give you guys a hard time. I've done some radio where there's always like a Florida man segment, and there's always like today and something that somebody from Florida did. So defend Orlando. What makes Orlando riding different? Because I know you're passionate about it.
I would say, you know, California, if you will. For people that are not familiar with us, you know, we are a little bit flat. So we don't have to worry about the hill inclines and your battery draining. But on the downside, we don't really depend a lot on the regen. So
that's true. That is true. You don't get a ton of regen, but you guys have a lot of participation in Orlando. In the groups, I see a whole ton of people riding.
Yeah, we do here in Orlando. So I would say we have three large pockets. We have South Florida. Jamie, that he was on the here on the show before. He's down in the South Florida group. We have a Jacksonville group, and Orlando's now has about almost 200, 170 or so. And I keep adding members. If I see you on the road, I will slow down and yell, "Float Life! Join the Orlando group on Facebook."
Everybody does it. It's not just you, man. It's contagious. When we see one in the wild, it's like, ah! In fact, there is a group for, I believe it's called like Onewheel Sightings or Lost Connections. Lost Connections. That's what
Misconnection.
Yeah, Misconnection.
Yes, it's beautiful. The people that write some of these are so eloquent and almost like Shakespearean-like in their encounters with these people.
So tell me about what it is that made you so passionate about the Onewheel from the get-go, because I see you posting and you're somebody who you kind of like, you strike me as somebody who doesn't need a ton of attention. You don't post for attention. You don't post a lot of clickbait or any of that, but what you post is meaningful. So that's why I asked you on this show. So where do you come from? Why did you get into Onewheeling in the first place?
So a two-part answer. One side of it, I own my own business. I do events here in town in Orlando, a casino event company. So I know about, not that I'm posting things to get business, but posting actual meaningful, good content that's actually engaging. Not just, hey, is anybody following yet? Or what's the top speed that you went, this week? Actual stuff is going to help you, let's say. The other side of it is, let me see if I can, all right, there you go. That is one of my boards. That's one of my babies right there. So I've always been into boarding sports. You know what I mean? That's a 6'6" handboard. Look at that thing.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah. So I've always been, I was born in Puerto Rico. I used to be a little surfer kid, When we moved to Florida, I kind of stopped surfing because the beach was an hour away. So I couldn't get to it easily. So I started longboarding and doing other little things like that. And once the Onewheel came out, it's something that, like, everybody's like, ooh, I want that. Like, it was like the first time that you saw the ability to be like Gizmo Duck from DuckTales. You remember?
I do.
So it's for me, that's what drew me to it. That initial, like, I wanted to keep going. I'm 38 years old, so skateboarding and the longboarding, it does take so much more effort, if you will. So I went ahead and went with the one wheels. One wheels, as you can see. I got my two babies right here. We have Wobbles Rancheros and Darkwing.
Very nice.
Because of Darkwing Duck.
And it looks like, is that a pint and an XR?
Yeah, it's a pint and an XR.
Very good. Now, how do you like? What are your thoughts on both? Which one do you prefer? I'm sure it's two different rides for 2 different days, but give us your thoughts on, if somebody's watching this and going, oh wow, he's got both. Which one should I get?
In a simple sentence, you have to force the XR to carve, and the pint will force you to carve.
Hold on, sir. Hold time out. What wheel are you riding? What tire are you riding on your XR?
My XR, I have the Vega.
Yeah. Thought so. Social Media Lounge. I got you. I'll take care of this. Sir, you seem like a nice guy, sir. Let me tell you something, okay? This is a Vega issue. This is not an XR issue. I rode the Vega for about 1,500 miles, and I was like, meh. And then I changed into a Whisper, and I was like, oh, wow. If you put a rounded tire on like the Pint has, it will absolutely carve the same way. Thoughts?
Yeah. We can have this discussion about you can get a Supra and put a nitrous on it, and it's going to go X amount.
Okay, so stock out of the box. I will give you that.
Stock out of the box.
Okay.
Someone's like, hey, should I buy the Pint? Should I buy the XR? A lot of people go with weight. A lot of people go with your past knowledge. At the end of the day, I tell people it's that wobbliness. The Pint is very wobbly. You can control it if you know how to do that already. And that's why I say that it forces you to carve because it's so wobbly. Versus the XR is just like a tank, and you just drive it.
That thing, a lot of people are saying it's literally square. Square block equals Vega. Ugh, definitely.
Don't listen to that. I love you still.
I really enjoyed my Vega too. Listen, it's more stable. I'll give you that. It's more stable because it is a block. But when you get on those edges, you're right. There's not a lot of carving to be done. There's tipping over to be done, which is why you don't like it. The Vega is a massive injustice due to the one wheel and its ride in general. Yeah, totally agree. So we're there, and he's agreeing too that you can carve way more on a rounded tire. So which one are you picking up more often? How sweet is his mustache? If we have a minute while we're just by ourselves, like, doesn't it curl up? It does, right? Edgar, are you there? God bless America. All right, I think he is frozen, folks. Let's just admire that if we can. Man, that is one heck of a mustache. But he's gone. Okay, so we'll get him back on here. Let's see if I can call him back. This is where it really would help to have Lyle. Lyle, I know you're there, buddy. I know. I miss you, and I can't wait. So, all right. Well, we know that the Vega is not something that is popular around these parts. Let's take a drink in honor of the Vega, if we can. Can we do that? R.I.P. Vega. Can we do that? Everybody grab a drink. Pour one out for Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. Is that good? Oh God. Yeah. Okay. This is a mess. Because now he's going to call back, and I don't know if I'm supposed to go into filibustering. Should I really take it into the meat of what I'm trying to talk about today? So what I will do, because I'm not going to do this and just make decisions on air. Edgar, if you can see me, dude, we're going to get you back on the back half, okay? I need to just set the tone for today. Otherwise, it's just going to feel weird for the rest of the show. It already feels weird. It's already been weird. Sid Kane, you drink your ass to a Vega, okay, sir? You get something and you tip it back, damn it. All right. Edgar?
Yay.
I have you.
Yeah, well, halfway to the question, I lost you.
Everybody's upset at us because we're all on the Vega. And Fab in France says, I'm the last human carving with the Vega. I carved with it too. I don't want to stick too far on it. How long have you been riding, Edgar? Are you a noob? Are you a seasoned vet? Who are you?
So on the Onewheel in general, I got the pint back in November, beginning of November, late October, beginning of November. The pint, I have almost 600 miles on that one. And the XR, I just broke 100, and I got the SR about a week and a half ago.
Oh my God.
I got it because have you seen the meme with the here's your $1,200 check, don't spend it on a Onewheel? Yeah. So,
well, hey, welcome to the community. If it got you here, it got you here. There it is.
No, it's something that at the end of the day, even if I'll sell it, I don't know. I like them both. I like having them both. It's like having two children.
And I don't want to be judgmental. Look, I didn't get that check, and I would have loved to have gotten that check, which is why I'm a little bit biased on that. But if you're out there like Edgar, and I know we have a lot of people who listen, most owners are pretty well off if you can afford this board anyway. So if you're somebody who's done your saving and you're not really hit or hurt this badly by COVID, then you know what? You got a $1,200 check. I get it. Fuck it. You don't know your bills. You don't know anybody. It's $1,200 extra. Here's how I'm going to put it into the economy. Good for you. I'm not going to hate on that. But I am glad. I can't believe that you're not like frothing over the mouth when I say, what are you picking up more often? That answer has to be XR.
So you know what? Honestly, here's what happens to me. I'll take the XR if I'm gonna go on a trail ride, or if I'm gonna practice hopping. I'll take the XR. If I'm just hopping over to the corner to pick up, some ice cream, or to my pie shop, or to go down the street to my bar, I'm taking the pint. Because it's the whole issue that once you get the XR, there's that 40% range that you get to. And it's kind of like, it's not enough to get you somewhere far, but it's not down enough where you can charge it, And the pint fits that weird little gap.
Okay. I've never heard that before. I've never thought of that. I totally understand why. If you want to kind of compare it to bikes, like motorcycles, there's a motorcycle out there called a cafe cruiser, which is basically to get to the coffee shop and back, a European style. That's a pint. That to me is what a pint is for. Going to the store and back, hanging out, going to your buddy's house and back, going to work and back if you're there in a couple miles. Yeah, for sure. I think there's, and I'm kind of tired of people defending one over the other. One is not better than the other. It's just they're made for two different things. Or do you disagree there and you want to maybe defend one?
No, they're made for two different things, and regardless if they're made for one market and to try to get some money out of them, at the end of the day, the boards are built differently. They respond differently, and they have a different market, a different audience. Little kids, younger kids, students, people that still want to experience this, and whether the income or their size prevents them from getting an XR, then the pint fits that range. But then the pint still can be used for fun.
But now that's happening, I appreciate that answer. Now you've got a lot of new riders out there, and maybe riders who aren't, a 40-year-old man who has the well-being of knowing that we are all a representation of the community. So when we're out on trails and stuff where technically it says no motors allowed and all that, and we're really kind of pushing the boundaries, what do you have to say as a message to any of these maybe new pint riders or just new riders in general, any riders, to, while we're out on the trails, not make a bad name for ourselves so that we can continue to ride them?
Listen, guys, I'm going to point out the white elephant in the room, and it's not the white carbon fender from FN, all right?
Sir, that's a little racist. It can be any elephant, okay?
So the white elephant is that people don't like us because there's this hate. There's a hate from like the biking community, like from, mountain trail community, where they're like, oh, you guys aren't really doing work. You're just kind of cheating at the trail. And the same thing from like skateboarders and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, you can base it whatever it might be. But when you actually encounter someone that is aggressive and you encounter a Onewheel Olivia, as I'm calling them, or Onewheel Oscar, Someone that wants to enforce some rule that they think they want to enforce on the trail. You just need to step back, be like, hey, I'm sorry. Don't try to fight the whole idea of that you're a motor vehicle, you're not a motor vehicle, I'm a personal electric vehicle. Whether you UC or you're a one wheel, it's a losing battle on the moment, on the spot. But that is not to say, as we're talking about new riders, the voice of one wheel, as we're talking about here, organizing, getting us together can help in creating laws or even defining these PEVs a little bit more so that we are protected, so that when we do encounter an individual that believes they're enforcing some rule that they think we have some backing from our cities or police or states or whatever it might be.
Look, I'm not going to disagree with him. I'm not. I think it is a losing battle. Well, especially now with COVID going on. People are on edge, man. People are on edge. And if you can just kind of put yourself in the mindset of somebody might have just lost their job and they're just going to go for one of these rides, like especially right now, somebody might be going through a really tough situation. Somebody might be just locked at home with their annoying husband and want to go out on a ride, and then zoom, we go right past her or him, doesn't matter. And then, get the fuck off my trail. Like, you don't, I get it. I get whenever those situations happen, he's right. Like, in the middle of it, it's better to diffuse, I think, than to just come back at it. Well, it doesn't have a motor. It's not a motorized vehicle. Like, well, you can call it what it is. Unless that person leaves feeling good about things, they're going to leave feeling bad about things. And I don't want to be somebody as a rider that just did something that will cause somebody to leave feeling bad about one wheels.
Yeah, and it's just in general on the same way. These are outliers, but we do see that outliers start becoming more trends as one wheel start becoming more and more popular. I showed somebody the other day the map on the One Wheel app that says the One Wheel rides, that shows how many rides in the map United States. And they were amazed that so many people. I'm like, oh, I thought this was a couple people had. I'm like, no, there's thousands of people that own these. And they're not just for fun. A lot of people use these for their only vehicle, their only means of transportation. So some people will be against them. Some people will be all for them. But it's ensuring that we all gather together, we all have a concise voice, and we approach the subject in the same way they approach anything, with calm, with educated and a clear mind, not hot-headed.
I love it. Only the negative people will ever say anything to parks, trail operators, or police. The ones who see you being respectful or think it's cool will never speak up. That's true. That's from Mandy in the social media lounge. And what she's basically saying is, and it's the same thing that we deal with here. I know Mandy deals with it. Anybody who's a content creator deals with it. The people who love what you do or respect what you do are way quieter than anybody who hates what you do, right? Hatred is always louder than any other emotion when it's complaining to someone, when it's anonymous, right? Some bike rider sees you riding around. I don't want to harp on this too long, but let's just realize what it is. Like, a bike rider sees what it is. They see you riding around, and then they're just going to go and tattle on you. If you leave them with a negative feeling, that's true. If you leave them with a positive feeling, they're probably just not going to do anything about it. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. But maybe, just maybe, you can even just have them try your one wheel. Because I saw a post today, Edgar, that was like, would you even let your, somebody try this? It's a really expensive board. Well, if you let them try it, now they're stoked on it, and now they're going to go and tell their friends something good about it. There's a whole different way of approaching it. And I see you on that side of it, man. I appreciate you as a rider. Before we get you out of here, is there anything that you want to plug or anything you want to let these riders know? Because a lot of people listen to this show, man.
All right, guys. My last thing is the plug will be Orlando One Wheel. All the guys out there, Jordan and Marley and everybody else, and Kevin and Rob. But Orlando One Wheel, if you're in Orlando, come out. We'll treat you. We have extra boards. If you got your board at home, I'll lend you my XR or my pint. So if you're in the Orlando area, hit us up. We're on Facebook, on Instagram. We have the website and all that as well. So we're trying to get us, trying to get us together, and not just to protect us. This is just a good community. And Orlando, we're a tourist destination, so might as well, if you're gonna be here for the family with Disney, come and hang out with the Onewheel with us on the trail.
I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Edgar Comejas. Thank you, sir. Rocking out. Later, buddy. Awesome job, as always. Edgar Comejas. Thank you, sir. The Orlando crew representing hard. Belly, nice call, dude. I told you, Belly picked all the music today. So it's happening, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us here, the voice of Onewheel. I am spicy today, said Kane. I feel like you going down that trail. Oh, it's almost a nosedive. It's a nosedive. He knows what I'm talking about, and if you know who he is, you do too. Folks, it's always fun to have you here listening and to watch this show. I don't know how I feel right now. If you're like, yeah, he's a little weird today. Yeah, I am. I don't know. It's been a weird couple days, and I'll just take you through this. Now, I try really hard to save anything personal for our patrons only podcast, or really just for me, because in my old days, I'm the kind of guy who I'll never forget. In college, I was waiting for the bus, and when you're on campus and you're trying to go back to your dorm or wherever, and the bus would take you there. I went to East Carolina University, pretty big campus. So I was waiting for the bus after class, and I had some gas. And I thought it was some gas. And if you don't want to hear where this is going, tune out right now. Earmuffs. Yeah, I shat myself right there at the bus stop. Okay, at the bus stop, bam, happened. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to tell your friends this story. I'm not going to take you guys through the details, but I'm the kind of guy who's going to go home laughing and tell his friends this story. It's happened to everybody. We've all thought we had a little bit of gas and something came out. Now, you had to figure that out pretty quick before you get on a bus full of 40, 50 students. But that's the type of person that I am. I am somebody who's going to always wear my emotions on my sleeve, no matter how stupid or terrible they might make me look, because I don't know. What's the point of that? I don't want to. I'm really emotional right now, and that's where I'm getting at, because I worked my ass off for 4 years to build myself up at the top of this wedding vendor chain. I'm at the top of the industry, man, and all of a sudden it just gets ripped totally out from under me this whole year. I mean, pretty much, I'm already moving people. Obviously, from the summer, I had a bride just cancel for December. I mean, December. It's 7 months. December. What are you going to say? What am I going to say to her? And the worst part about this is that I'll try to just equate this to a Onewheel owner. The best thing about owning a Onewheel for us is that our ride has been justified from the moment we stepped on it. There has not been a second where I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't have gotten this. A little expensive. Not even a thought. It's the beauty of this. I've never had a product that I've been so proud of buying, let alone just not ashamed of. Because let's be honest, if you bought a Onewheel, you probably have bought some other gadgets in your past. And I'm guessing that not all of them have been something that, a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year down the road, you'd be bragging about still to your friends, let alone hosting a podcast, live stream, and all this. I love my Onewheel. And I felt that way about this new apartment that I moved into. I can't afford this. I mean, I'm just telling you, there's no bragging about this. I'm telling you what's happening, because a lot of you might be, you're invested in this show. Some of you invest your own dollars in this show, and I want you to know what's going on and why the changes are happening. I ended up getting an apartment. Once Belly and I split, living together, he got an amazing offer. Our lease was up, and we had 4 different leasing companies take over in like 18 months. We were over it. We were out of there, man. It was enough. And so we moved out. He had an awesome offer to go live with his sister. Super cheap, like basically rent free. Who wouldn't take that? I miss him. He misses living with me. We miss living together. We miss doing the show together. But if you had the option to live basically for free, wouldn't you take that too? And it's not like you're living with some Craigslist weirdo. You're living with your family, somebody you can go upstairs and have dinner with. Like, that's fucking awesome. And I'm so grateful that he's able to have that opportunity. That's awesome. But then I started looking at buying a house, and I was like, all right, well, I'm a single guy and self-employed. You guys live all over. You're in different continents. When you're self-employed and you try to buy a house in America, they go, oh yeah, prove it. Self-employed, send us your last 2 years tax statements. So I have to then average the net amount of money that I brought in. So let's just say I made $100,000 both years, but I took $20,000 of expenses. Then they really look at 80. And they average that over your last 2 years, and they say, so you made like, an average of 80 or whatever the number is. And then I basically qualified for a house in fucking Manassas. Manassas, if I'm going to do this by myself. Manassas, $500,000, $450,000 gets you basically a shitty house in Manassas. No offense to anybody who lives there. It literally has ass in the name of the city. It's a dump. Okay, I'm not going to fucking spend all that money and then it's not going to appreciate. So Belly's living good, or not good, no offense. Belly's happy, he's taken care of. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Fuck it then. I'll just ball out and get a high-rise apartment. And that's where I am. Now, I realize this has all been very self-indulged, but I'm just giving you the background so you understand why I'm in this apartment. And now I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment that I was absolutely able to afford when everything was fine. But now, not having it, dude. Like, this is a nightmare. I literally moved into my dream apartment 3 months before a fucking, disaster. So our complex, and I want to shout them out, Harrison Apartments at Reston Town Center. Unbelievable the way they've been working with me. They looked at my numbers. They looked at my individual situation and didn't look at it as, okay, you're just anybody else. Look, dude, I'm somebody who is not just doing this as a hobby. I do 55 weddings a year, and that is what I do to feed myself, okay? That's how I pay for myself. That's how I wear this shirt, all right? So if you take that all off the calendar for however long, Adam can't work. And so they literally looked at that and said, all right, you can leave. I don't know how to feel right now because I fucking love this place. I worked my ass off to get to a point where I could afford this place. It's like basically a penthouse. And now it's like I look at it when I wake up and I don't feel the way that you feel when you look at your Onewheel. I don't feel that when I wake up in the morning and I'm 9 floors up over Reston Town Center and overlooking Tyson's skyline. You know what I feel? Shame. Stupidity. Fucking shame. And it sucks, man, because I spend a lot of money to live here and I can't afford it anymore because everything has just completely changed, and it makes me wake up and not be proud of where I live anymore, which is why I lived here in the first place. Now I wake up and I feel complete shame that I lived here and I shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't have. Maybe I got a little bit close to the sun. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Fuck it, man. I mean, it is what it is. So I guess why I'm telling you this is because I don't know whether or not to be happy that they're letting me out of my lease. God bless them, man. Harrison Apartments, Reston Town Center. Thank you. Just let me out of they probably know it's going to, bam. You should see this apartment. It's awesome. It's awesome. And now I have to leave in 8 days. So I don't know what to think. And, it just sucks, man. It just sucks because I didn't see this coming. I had a $20,000 contract to do karaoke through December. And, of course, that's just gone. And it's like I didn't plan on coming here and being... I didn't know what I was going to talk to you about today. This is what I usually write. And, I mean, it's completely blank. I don't have a show planned today because I have to spend the next 10 days, 8 days, whatever it is, tearing this all down. And moving into a shitty apartment. Somebody's going to be above me, waking me up every night. Mandy, I know you feel me on this. So yeah, I've been like weirdly trying to control my emotions because I'm really upset. And at the same time, I'm really thrilled because our complex has stepped up, and it could have been fucking terrible to have to pay this throughout the remaining terms of the lease. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm the kind of person I'd like to think at the end of the day that you have to, I firmly believe that you have to focus on what you can control. And I can't control this. It was a little bit of a lesson that maybe I should have had a little bit more saved in the bank. I mean, I can see my ego right now wants to sit here and go, I can technically still afford this. It's just not a good idea. It's not a good idea. But yeah, I don't think that it's worth sitting here and fuck the world over it. You know, I can't control COVID. You can't control COVID. This is just my problem. Your problem is just as bad for whatever it is, how everybody's dealt with this in a different way. And I apologize because usually this is a stoked-filled show, and this is a season finale full of fucking baby tears. Sorry. Did not plan on that. But like I said, I don't really know how I'm feeling until it just happens these days. Quick shot of tequila? Why not? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Woo! So, the reason I say I don't want to focus on anything else but what I can control is because some good stuff has come out of this. I mean, some really good stuff has come out of this. Fairfax Onewheel crew, Lyle Spain, he got me in touch with Catholic University, and I was able to run their live stream with him, got to work with him and a team of people, put on something awesome. Never would have done that without riding Onewheels and without, honestly, without this whole situation happening. It's making us all pivot. And so the reason I say that is because this show is going to pivot. And I'm not going to shut it down. There's no fucking way I'm going to do that. But what we're going to do is we're just going to make this better. And I think I'm at a crossroads with how I talk about this, because if are you okay? All right, let's do it this way. I'll do it for you. Are you riding to your max potential? I'm serious. Ask yourself. Could you be a better rider? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there. I'd like to meet the person who said, yeah, I am. I'm the best rider I could possibly be. Practice every day. I don't get, I don't scare off of tricks. I don't try to, I don't shy away from learning something new. I'm pushing myself as hard as I possibly can. Maybe Bart Miller? Who's out there that says I am reaching my potential? I feel that way about this show. I don't feel that I'm working to the potential that I have. That I'm not meeting it for this show. It's not good enough, and I'm not gonna. This is not a big negative day. This is going to something positive. This show needs to be better. It just does. And so, it's turned into, because of this COVID situation, something that I've never wanted to do. I don't want to do a show by myself. This is not me. All right. This is not fun for me. Okay, I love doing it, but it's not. This is my least fun type of radio, is doing this by myself. I don't want to sit here and talk in a fucking box room by myself. I can make it look as cool as it looks. You know how hard it is to run an hour on your own? It's not even that. I don't mind the difficulty. It's just, it's boring to me. This is fucking boring. I don't want to who wants to have a conversation by themselves? All right, so we're revamping the show. I've already talked to a bunch of people, and I'm excited to say that on June 1st, the voice of Onewheel is going to come back for a new season, and it's going to have a very new feel to it. It is not going to be the typical, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but we've got something very specific in mind. We're going to go for it, and we're going to really go out there and give it a shot every single week without being afraid of what people think of it. And you can say goodbye to the typical format that I have been using as a crutch for the last, year. And that's what I didn't want to say, because it feels terrible for me to admit to you that I haven't been doing as much as I possibly can. And that I feel like I'm letting you down in that sense. But I also don't want to lie to you. It's sort of a crutch for me to have okay, I'm going to open and talk about a Onewheel situation for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to have a guest on. Then I'm going to go through a saved video or two. Then I'm going to have Belly. And then I'm going to go through a few more saved videos. And then that's it. You guys are basically doing my job for me. It's callers on a radio station. When you hear callers, you should be ashamed of that radio host. All the callers are doing all of the content creating, and all the radio host has to do is mail it in. That's why whenever we have nothing to talk about, we go, okay, call me right now, 571-354-7338, because it's the easiest way to just create content out of nowhere. Let the callers call in and just take over the show. You know what that means? You didn't do enough work to create a show for a full hour. And that's how I feel about this. And so I feel motivated. And that's how I typically tend to deal with these situations. I've been fired before. I've dealt with not so great times. What are you going to do? You're just going to sit there and cry about it? No, you dust yourself off. You wipe yourself off and you get back up. And I think that this is really an opportunity to do that because I want to make something better for you. So you can expect to tune in starting in June on Wednesdays at noon for a brand new show. It will be the voice of Onewheel, but it will not be the typical, we'll rely on a guest to cover 20 minutes of time here in the front end and then Belly and some saved videos on the back end. It's not going to be that. We're going to start writing some creative content that's original and something that we've made up. I want to start doing a little bit of skit comedy, and I also have just new format for the whole thing there. I want the one teaser I will give you. There's way too much of me, in my opinion, of this show. And there will be less of me and more of other people that you can expect to be on every week. That's what I'm going for. It's not that I don't think I can carry this. I just don't want to carry this by myself every week. I want to set up a system where you can tune in and expect to hear from a stable of people that are going to be well-versed in a certain area. And if we're talking about that area, then you're going to hear from these 4 people. And we're going to have them all on there at the same time with someone running that whole stream from a whole different room that I don't have to do anything about. I already have this all set up. It's going to be smooth as fuck. If you like the group rides, you're going to fucking love the voice of Onewheel on June 1st. That's my teaser for you. I don't want you to be upset today. I know it got a little bit emotional and we never usually get this way, but I say this so I can build you up to this moment and tell you it will not be this good if we don't learn from our mistakes. And if we just sit there and crumble when anything goes wrong, we'll never find anything better. So I can't wait to bring this to you on June 1st. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to get Belly here on the line to close this out here with me. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. Belly's not picking up, so you know what? Let's do this damn thing. You guys want to see this? You think you can handle this? This is part of the new Onewheel Trail Riders group. Now, if you haven't seen this, this is a wonderful new group that's going around on Facebook. Onewheel Trail Riders. You definitely need to check this out. It's a new thing, but it's a lot of fun because it's a lot of people posting just them riding on a trail. However, if you're going to watch that, you're going to watch Dave Stewart do this because Dave Stewart is somebody who's won Race for the Rail. He is somebody who sends it pretty much as fast as you can anywhere. I'm not going to play any music behind this. I want you to just watch this. Can I go full screen? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Dave Stewart, take it away.
If I don't eat shit, I'm going to go the whole way to the meadow.
Okay. I'm chasing you. If I don't eat shit, I'll be behind you. So wait a minute.
How do you feel about riding this? Because if you bump it to the right, you take a little root, you take a little rock, you are going downhill quick. And look at him, he's like, berm, no big deal. Berm, no big deal. There we go. Clear that up, Clyde. Thank you. Much better. Man, I want to ride this. How good does that look? I just want this in my life. By the way, the guy who's huffing and puffing, who's taking the camera, he is on a bicycle, which we'll find out here in just a minute. He's on a bicycle riding through.
Oh, nice.
Boom! Man down.
That looked painful.
Right there. Caught me.
What happened anyways? Oh, you got that rock right there?
Yeah. All right, I'll chill out now.
All right. You all right?
You got a rock caught.
Ooh, ow.
There's that rock right there.
Dave Stewart. God bless him, man. Sending it through a fucking trail of, oh my God. Oh my God, just so you guys know, look where this ends. I just skipped ahead like 4 minutes.
Thank you.
This is what you're getting. Onewheel Trail Riders, just people showing off the trails that they love to ride. And I just love riding through these and saying, you know, somebody created this for me. You know what I mean? Like, it took a great a wonderful act of kindness for someone to create this trail so that me and my friends, anybody else who's like-minded, can come out here and just get sendy AF. Fuck, I love riding on trails. So that's Dave Stewart. He is really quick. And so we'll let him go as he gets out of here. And I want to put something else here on for you guys here. From the saved video chest of gems. Wow. Did you see this? Anybody who uses a U-lock, check this out. This is a .22 caliber bike thief and how to stop them. Let's take a look.
Steal your bike. Along comes the .22 cal.
Now this
bike
might
thief.
apply to bicycles, but we all use these bike locks, and I just wanted to show you that this is a thing, because when I saw this while dropping my morning dew, I was like, people do this?
The hardest thing to get to. No matter what, it's going to be a vulnerability, but you can make it much more difficult for the thief just by positioning it in such a way that they really
I'm gonna
can't
back
get a
that
good
up just so
shot.
you heard what he said. Listen to this.
Along comes the .22 cal bike thief.
People do this.
This nail gun uses a .22 caliber blank bullet to blast a piston into your lock, breaking the lock itself or the internal mechanism.
I mean,
Think No Country for Old Men without the air canister.
What is that?
Here's just a few tips to help you protect your bike from the .22 cal attack.
so he goes into
So this
whole
thief
thing.
sees pretty much the perfect setup for the .22.
I'll just
They
watch.
want space
we'll
to place the
this.
gun nozzle inside and almost parallel to the direction of the U-bar. For the gun to work best, it also needs the target to be firmly anchored, like this one is against the top tube. If they see a setup like that with a typical U-lock, your bike's going to be gone in seconds. This video is going to focus on U-locks. Ideally, you don't want one with the extension.
So that's
very
crazy.
vulnerable
I didn't know that was even a thing. If you want to check this out, this guy's name is Cold Forged. Now, we know Nate Forged has a D in it, but this guy does not. Cold Forged, Forged. If you want to watch this video, it is interesting, and I was just looking at it like, holy fucking hell, somebody does that, because I use that exact lock, for my bicycle. My Rad Mini. So if anybody uses that, I know people use those kinds of things for even one wheels. Be careful, because if that is a thing, look how easy it was for them to do that. Holy fucking shit, dude. No. So, all right, what's up next on the One Wheel Save videos? A little bit of fire? Should we do some fire? Somebody said I was spicy in the social media lounge. You know what? Sid Kane. This one goes out to you. Drink up, everybody. Am I the only one getting hammered here? I better not be. Oh, God. So this guy's clearly sober and thinking very lucidly. Just spinning around some fire on a one wheel. Thought that was nice. Thought we could enjoy that together. But let's get something more entertaining. That wasn't as entertaining as I thought it would be. Sorry, guy. What else we got? Let's go. Come on. Clyde is definitely a fail. Somewhere, someone in a nearby neighborhood to mine built this on a property. I now have new life goals. This is from Brian Lindy of the One Stop Board Shop. Check this out. Do you guys see this thing? Holy shit. Wait a minute. Come here. I want full screen. Come back here. Yes. So this is a huge kicker that somebody built basically for their bike, and you go up the wood and then down and land in the dirt on the knuckle, well, past the knuckle. But life goals, am I right? And I see all these things out in the woods. People build stuff, man, and I want to implore you. Maybe this just lights a fire down beneath you in your soul and says, you know what? I have some woods out by me. Look, all you need is a couple of logs. Seriously, you can build some stuff. You can build some really cool jumps. Now you need some more like stuff like this. But yeah, that is really cool, and I'm just glad Brian Lindy took some pictures of it. Thank you, Brian. One Stop Board Shop up there in New Jersey, but it'll take care of you if you're on the East Coast, really anywhere, but super convenient for us East Coasters so that we have someone to help us out. All right, I saw this. This is great. Now, I don't know if you guys, I know this is a show about one wheels. This is more of a biking thing. This is for a bicycle. But I feel like we can all appreciate the ingenuity. You can build a booze box for your bike to take the party with you wherever you go. It goes in the triangle of your bike. Now, how amazing is this? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Look at this thing. That's what I'm talking about. Ingenuity at its best. Fantastic. Great idea. Not all bikers are bad. I'm telling you, man. Respect them. They'll respect us back. What else is in the saved videos? Riders hitting me up, asking me if I know what's going on with the one-wheel leaderboard. Does anybody know what happened at midnight? I guess I should have brought that up with more than 4 minutes left in the show. Does anybody know what happened at midnight? Javier Starks was posting this. This isn't very clear. That's not good. You guys can't read that. Riders hitting me up asking me if I know what's going on with the one-wheel leaderboard. I clocked my daily 20 today, and mine still says expires at midnight. So does anybody have any updates? Let's check the social media lounge and see what's going on there. Did they update the leaderboards, folks? There was talk of mapping all those places down over neutralized Nintendo Switch. Oh wow, they're talking about Nintendos. Okay, I'm losing the attention of my social media lounge. We're talking about Nintendo Switch. 2 girls, 1 wheel. Thank you. They fixed it. All right, the leaderboard is good. Everybody is happy. Future Motion fixed their servers just in time. It didn't reset. Sid Kane, thank you. You guys, this is why sometimes I have to outsource the show to you guys. You help just as much as Belly does. Although I miss the dude. I really do miss the dude. I want to keep informed my house. Oh, what a great ending for today. Okay, so I'll see you June 1st. Yeah, I'll see you June 1st. Everybody, I'll see you June 1st. Bob Nicholson, I see you. And thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart. You didn't have to do that. I saw you. I think it was Bob Nicholson. But whoever is dropping donations in the chat, that's not why I did today. But Man, thank you. That's very nice of you. If you want to join our Patreon, now would be a good time. Patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. We haven't done shit with it. It's literally just a donation, but we will do more. I'm sorry. Belly and I have to do more. We have to do more. And we've just dropped off from it. It's been just a weird time, but hey, let's do this. So if I can, for those of you who wanted me to keep you informed, I want to play this video to end because I think it's a really cool way to end. But thank you to anybody who's listened to today's show. You've allowed for a little bit of my vulnerability, and anytime you do that, people tend to not respond super well. I don't know what the comments are in the chat. I wasn't looking at them, and I'm sure they are what they are, but if they're supportive, I thank you, and believe me, they'll mean more to me than you know. If they're not, I'm gonna read them anyway. But I will see you guys on June 1st. We'll come back here better than ever. We've got a new format. It's gonna be good. If you like the interviews, they're not gone. I'm not bailing on the interviews. I'm just not going to rely on just the interview. That's just going to be cherry on top of what you're going to get. So if you like the interviews, you're going to love everything else too. They're not going anywhere. I want to end today on a really positive note. I'll see you on June 1st. Next week, we'll be tearing all this down. So say goodbye to everything. Christine Marie Stewart, your artwork is phenomenal. Keel Hart is the one who created this wood burn sign for Studio A. My stuff from my time out in LA, John Stock, painted by your boy, and of course, my high school band. Right there. So, yeah, today has been a lot about me. Sorry. But let's make it not so much about me and more about somebody way cooler. I'll see you guys on June 1st. No show next week. You will get a pop, but let's end today on something fun. Mike Thomas says to us, did I lose it? Tell me I lost it.
Keep going.
All right, for those of you who wanted me to keep you informed on my autistic son's progress with the Onewheel, he had a major breakthrough today. He rode around for about 20 minutes, and I wanted to show that for you guys. We showed this last week. This guy was riding around with his dad. He is a nonverbal dude with autism, and he can't speak, but you know what he can do? He can ride on a Onewheel. 20 minutes, locked it out, had it in his bag. He's totally got this. I just want to shout out my man Mike Thomas. Congratulations on getting your son on a board. That is an incredible moment for Mr. Thomas. You have no idea if you've never worked with anybody with special needs. This is a moment that really is just something to remember. And I think today was too. I'll see you guys on June 1st. Thank you so much for being here. For everybody here at TTR Studios, Belly, Clyde, that fucking asshole. I'll see you guys on June 1st. Well, June 1st is Monday, so I'll see you on June 3rd. Wednesday, June 3rd.